Gods, I hope we're not too late to save General Raubon. I should have told you sooner, about the execution, I mean. But what with the trial and everything? Flame General Affairs. Alphino wishes to share his plan of action for rescuing Raubon. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit Limsa Lominsa. Aye, you heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Fortin and Lominsan Consortium. During such negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we yet have a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Raubon. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her, that we might discuss how best to proceed. We just got this information, and he's already... I guess maybe this was just something they were already planning. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa Lominsa, make yourself known to Sergeant Xanthiel at Bulwark Hall on the lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. Gods, I hope we're not too late to save General Raubon. I should have told you sooner about the execution, I mean. But with the trial, okay. I wasn't sure. Like, I had already forgotten what she had said. Okay, Limsa. Let's do this. So it looks like Raubon might be the first of our allies, as it were. Not a scion, but first of our allies to, to return. What is with Alphino's hair? I noticed in the cutscene last night, entering Ishgard, that there was... I guess you can see it here, too. There's like a weird thing around the hair, and I wonder if that has to do with, because I've got the NVIDIA, I don't know what they call it, but the graphics thing where you can mess with, like, the contrast and color and sharpness and all that. Speak with Sergeant Xanthiel when you are ready to meet the Admiral. He will admit us to the bridge. The Admiral has been expecting you. Say the word and I will take you to her. Voiced? Should be.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well.
Wow, that's a
I will
different
admit,
voice.
I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing, and theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Ul'dah, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, The Elder Seed Seer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Rauban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Rauban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the Brass Blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Rauban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doman.
Admittedly, I missed a few things in that conversation because I got so distracted by Merlwyb's voice. Because she doesn't sound like that now, does she? Like in Shadowbringers? It just sounds different. I mean, I will say that A Realm Reborn's Merlwyb voice actress was like one of the best out of them. And I still like that actress's portrayal in the kind of gravelly kind of grit to her voice. But I think this actress gives her more of an accent, which I think really works for her like pirating ways. I don't know if it's the same actress now that it is here, and maybe she's just added a little bit more grit or something. Because I remember her still having kind of grit, you know, in recent stuff. But maybe not. That literally kind of took me aback. I just was not expecting that voice. Raubon's survival is vital to the Eorzean alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops into Ul'dah to spell the end of the alliance and war like as not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. This would have been a cool dungeon. I mean, it may still be like a solo dungeon, I don't know, but it would have been a cool, like, group dungeon. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphino. By way of a first step, you should seek out our Doman contact. You will find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in a kitchen. That's probably not Yugiri, right? That's somebody else, I think. I mean, I thought Yugiri at first, but then when it said working in a kitchen, I don't remember it, but it's a lot I don't remember. The Crystal Braves may no longer answer to me, but that does not absolve me of responsibility. As commander, I am accountable for all the wrongs they have committed, all the havoc they have wreaked. Would that we could join you in rescuing the Flame General, but the Sultanate would not take kindly to a foreign power on their soil, allies or no. Though it's useless to dwell on the past, I often wonder if I could have and should have done more for you and Raubon that day. Leaving the banquet was tantamount to leaving you and yours for dead. Should you think me craven, I wouldn't hold it against you. But I will make it up to you, this I swear. Come what may, know that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn can count on our cooperation. Yeah, I don't necessarily blame her. That was just such a messed up circumstance. That, you know, and her getting involved just would have muddied it even more. And I mean, it all works out in the end anyway, so. Looks like upstairs. Elevator up. I was just thinking of Omega, because I know this is one of the places that you can, or not Omega Alpha, where you can run into Alpha. Could she be the Doman contact of whom the Admiral spoke? Mistress Lavenza, I knew in my heart that you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we have remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You have done well by us, and we Domans do not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Yeah, that's same. In search of Raubon, Higiri is eager to assist you. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Limsa Laminza that you were searching for General Raubon. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Marasaja pit. At the same juncture, Yu Hase and the 3rd unit, yeah, I want to know where that little bastard is, were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, please seek out Doer at High Bridge, where I too am bound. Yet again, our Doman friends prove their worth. Lord Rito was a fool to refuse them asylum. I'm actually curious. I just want to check real quick. Like, what happens if you go into the Rising Stones now? Because I think I remember from back in the day, like, if you go to Ul'dah and talk to, like, guards or whatever, they're like, Like, I know everybody's after... Oh, there's a dude here now. You easy now, friend. I'll not raise the alarm. I'm not fool enough to believe the rumors. That said, I cannot well let you pass. Orders are orders. Okay, yeah. It's a very similar thing I remember in Ul'dah as well. You know, pretty much kind of like a... Like, you know, I think you're innocent, but you're still wanted here, so you may want to get out. Camp Highbridge. Highbridge is a popular place in the MSQ. Like, we've had to go back there quite a few times. But I'm curious, do we get to gut Yu Hase now? I would enjoy that. See, that's a funny thing. People keep talking about the evil Lalas, and he was one I completely forgot about. Oh. Hiding in plain sight. It has been a while since last I wore this garb. Since I came to Revenant's Toll, my days have been spent in kitchens. Fear not, however, though I have learned to wield a skillet, I have not forgotten the use of a dagger. Yu Hase, the mere mention of the name calls to mind the moment I felt the kiss of cold steel against my neck. I was just thinking, like, that clearly wasn't Yu Hase's steel. Neck's a little too high. I've been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. Yu Hase and his men are bound for Halatali. Ooh, do we actually run Halatali? We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hosen is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. Is this Halatali hard? It actually sounds kind of familiar. I didn't think that... if this is the case, I didn't think that Halatali would be the first dungeon we would... Oh, maybe this is just a solo dungeon, though. Maybe. Because I was still thinking, and I may still be wrong about it, that... what is it? It's not Steel Vigil, Dark Vigil. What is it? Dusk Vigil is the first one. But then again, I don't know if that's actually part of the MSQ or something else. Oh, we're over here. Raubon's ties to Halatali are well known. That Ilberd should choose this of all places to stage his execution is no coincidence. The fiend. Are there no depths to which he will not stoop? You come at a good time, my friends. But moments ago, the traitor Ilbert arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we may be certain that General Raubon is being held within. Thank you all for watching this video. I've been having a great time going through the Heavensward content. It's good to finally be in it. If you have enjoyed this and want to see more, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see me live, the link to my Twitch is down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a great one.